Howdy, hello, and welcome back. Today, live from DDC to introduce, we have the 15th episode of The Preferred Few with our guest being Sweet as Candy. Give it up for... Olivia Giselle, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's hot. It's so hot. Listen, I had to wear a breastplate because, you know, this outfit's a little too big on me now. We had to fill it up, and I'm regretting it. It's so hot.
Well, mine's are real.
Listen, underneath, a little 1-2 step. Underneath, I got... We'll compare after the show.
Oh.
Are you ready to bite deep into all of these sweet questions?
Yeah.
Because, you know, on Facebook, it says in parentheses, candy. I just had to point that out because I was, you know, doing a little stalking and I was like, oh, candy.
You know how that name originated?
Please
So literally when I first had started in my career, Genesis, and I feel like she gives everybody their nickname, but I used to bring her like candy. And so it would be like these little, so I call it the hood candy, but she looks at it as like the little Tootsie Roll little candies or whatever. And so every time I would bring her one, she started calling me Candy. And I'm like, oh,
I'm
girl.
Obsessed with that. I am so obsessed with that.
And so for my promo shoot, I have a candy
costume.
costume.
Because immediately when I saw that, that's what I thought of. And I was like, wait. It reminded me of, you can call me Cupcake. It reminded me, I love it. I love it so much. Before we dig deep, though, I want to congratulate you on your big move here recently.
Yeah.
How has your life been since the move? Ooh, that don't sound too promising.
Life is life. I think
life.
right now, like if I have to be completely honest, and I'm not just saying this because he's nearby, but I think that I'm like in a good, happy place. And I can honestly say like in a long, girl, when I say a long time, I feel like, so.
That's good. That's very good though. You were in the Tuscaloosa area, correct?
Correct.
And you moved back to the Birmingham area?
Yes.
So have you always been like a northern Alabama girl?
I feel like what people fail to realize is that I'm not from Tuscaloosa. I literally hate...
Girl, I know about St. Clair High School.
I literally hate when people be like, Olivia's from Tuscaloosa. No. Olivia lived there for school.
I was about to say, I'm assuming for UA, right?
Yes.
Got you. I saw on your page that it said UA, and I was like, oh, she's a college girly. We're gonna have to get into that in a minute too. But I figured that's why you were, because you know who goes to Tuscaloosa?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, that's not it. But what was it like?
I mean, it's nothing there.
Literally,
not even the men, like.
Anyways, but what was it like going to St. Clair High School from that to the University of Alabama?
I mean, all of it is white. Like St. Clair. St. Clair County is white people. UA is white people. So it was just like, I think for me, the only difference is it was more white people when I went to UA. So it was like,
But what was your major?
African American Studies.
Got you. I love that. And
yeah.
You finished? That's why we're
I have one more year.
Got you.
And so what I want to do with that major is I told myself I wasn't going to school for fine art. I wasn't going for English because I knew how to write, but because I literally was a theater major, a musical theater major. I was a English major. I was like, girl, you have to pick something, and neither of these is it.
Yeah.
So I said that I wanted to be do African American studies because I want to go into politics initially later on in life. I don't want to be nobody president. No. I think it's more so as a activist for Black trans women. And so I because I had a brand, it was called I Am. And so basically that brand defined me as a human being, because that's when I started walking within my transition and I started actually living my true authentic self. So I think for me, just making that place or being that person put in front to kind of make everybody else feel comfortable.
Yeah. When did you start having like this realization and this identity coming through?
So the thing is, I battled with that for 4 years because I was like, oh, well, maybe, because when I started off as a gay man, so I was like, I'm too feminine. I was like, am I a man? I started to look at myself, and drag is actually what brought me out to my awareness of my trans identity, because I think that when I started to not only look at myself happier when I looked like this, but I also started to realize and understand this is me.
Yeah.
Like, not just on the stage for 5 to 10 minutes, like literally this is me 25/8.
And I mean, that's what a lot of people, especially the people who immediately try to shut down drag, they don't realize is a lot of it is a mental or like emotional connection for us. You know what I mean? It's not just putting on the makeup, the heel, and the wig and playing dress up. No, sweetie. Like, this is how I like take out stuff. You know what I mean? This is how I feel in moments.
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of, you know, once again, this white crazy.
Well.
But how is it like finding that realization in a minority state, in the state of Alabama? Because I'm assuming it was in Alabama that you got you.
As far as like society, to me, that's scary, because my thing is, you never know. And a lot of people, they fear when officers see black people in the car. It's like when officers see a trans person in the car. If your ID is not what you look like, they're going to identify you as that ID.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and then the men, because before I was committed, I used to have men, not like, that sounded like I was
I was about to say, keep going. Explain.
No, but I used to have companions.
There we go.
I used to have companions, and a lot of the times
she's an entrepreneur. It's okay.
They were afraid of me living in my truth. And a lot of people behind closed doors enjoyed the fact that I was living in my truth, but 9 times out of 10, they couldn't be seen with me in public.
That's a story in itself. That's a whole different. But once again,
Alabama.
Literally. Did you have any role models when like coming to this realization and coming with your transness?
I
know you mentioned like the stars earlier. The Star family, we'll go with. Because there's quite a few trans women in the Star family, aren't there?
Yes, but my role models, they're not all in there. I think Yasmin Campbell Star. She's a great girl. I gotta fix my shirt, girl. I don't want my titties popping. Yasmin Campbell Star was an idol for all, but I've like gotten to see people like Mimi Marks.
Don't even get me started.
And like Mimi Marks is so amazing. There was another person who is famous. She had misgendered me, and she's trans, and so I was like, girl.
She misgendered you?
And she's famous.
Start with a T. I know you mentioned earlier that when you're in drag and you're on stage, you have like a connection, a personal or emotional connection. Is there like any tie-in with your transition and your drag? Like,
no, definitely. I try to say it's not, because I don't like people being like, oh, well, you're a drag queen.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a showgirl who do drag.
Entertainer?
But, I mean, if we're going to call a spade, that's literally a drag queen. Drag is an art. Yeah. You have cisgender women who go and do drag.
When did you officially start dabbling in a drag now? Because I feel like it was pretty recent, wasn't it? Like not within like 5-ish years. 2019.
2018. The end.
We're the same amount. Look at us go. What made you want to start dabbling into drag?
I think because at first, okay, so. The first drag queen that I ever saw
Mm.
was Addison. She was the first drag queen that I ever saw.
Mm.
And I was like, could I see myself doing that?
Mm.
Am I one of those gays? And this was in 2016, 2017.
Wow. So it was a pretty quick turnaround then.
No, yeah.
It was like, I'm doing this right now. That's crazy.
No, yeah.
I think it took me a few years to be like, I don't know.
No, because I was like, girl, because I didn't know if I wanted to be one of those gays. Like, if I wanted to, because I felt like for so long that I was hiding who I was.
Yeah.
Because when I was younger, I used to put on my auntie wigs. I used to play in her makeup and do all that goofy shit. So it was like, I'm thinking it's just goofy.
Yeah.
In reality, I'm sitting today, I have on wig. Well, no, this is my real hair. Amber.
This exposure though to the Addison Von Trell, was it in Tuscaloosa?
No, it was in Birmingham.
Oh wow!
She
I'm
was
assuming late night at the Quest. I'm assuming. So it was in Birmingham though, at the Quest.
Yeah.
It was a late night show.
No.
Anyways, what were we talking about? Your first time on stage. Did you perform?
We wasn't talking about.
That's what we're talking about now. Did you perform at Quest or was it Tuscaloosa?
So my very first time performing was, and I always give credit to Icon Tuscaloosa. That for me is my home bar.
Yeah.
That's where I got my start at, and I feel like I ain't gonna say that, but Icon was the first one that I started.
And then the next thing was?
What song? You were asking what song I did?
That actually is what, yeah. What was do you remember the first song you did?
Yes, I do actually. I thought back in the day when I had a real skinny waist, when I wasn't on hormones.
She's still skinny.
That's these compression shorts they hold on my tummy. But I thought I was Beyonce, and I did a Beyonce mix.
I could see that. I could see that. You wanted to be Beyonce. You were Beyonce.
I thought I was Beyonce. I didn't want to be Beyonce. I was Beyonce. I'm still Beyonce, just without the rhythm.
No comment. Speaking of rhythm, how would you describe your performance style?
So I'm more so of a crowd engagement type of entertainer. I love a fan moment.
Yes, I can see that.
So when I can get intimate and like engage in the audience, I can no longer put money in my mouth. But when I used to, no, girl, that sells, sex sells. But
I'm a titty girl. Put in my titty. The first time I saw you perform was at Icon, and it was to Super Bass by Nicki Minaj.
Let me tell you something before you move on. I love that song.
You got it.
And
you
I literally make so much off that number. I'm not gonna say I can buck, but
well, you like I talked about with Diamond. You have a little 1-2 that works for you.
Exactly.
And you just switch it around.
You're supposed to. I'm not.
There you go.
I'm not flipping and rolling and doing all that shenanigans like other hoes be doing. They do that, and when they're tired, I'm gonna go up and do my little 2-step and collect everybody money.
Do you have a go-to song?
Yes, right now it is "We Can't Be Friends."
Okay, I don't know that song.
By Ariana Grande.
Oh, okay. What about your drag style though, as a whole? Like, what type of queen would you say you are? Besides, that bitch.
Yeah, fuck your shit. I would say glamour mixed with sex kitten. Because I love to when you can mesmerize somebody and have them look at you and let me tell you something. I done had, and this is why I like white men.
You're a little bit of a pageant queen.
Yeah, I am.
But you do have a pretty recent title. How was your reign as Miss Druid City Pride, correct? 2023. How was your reign as that?
I actually, no shade, I feel like that reigning, and this is probably why people call me a Tuscaloosa girl, because I feel like anything I do in Tuscaloosa, is like it's everything to me because I feel like that's where my start was, and it's everything should be perfect.
Yeah.
In that city, but you know, of course, everybody has their ups and downs. But I am very grateful and thankful. My president, which was Margaret, used to always make sure I had got paid. Really nice.
Must be nice.
Really nice. Yeah.
Must be nice.
But it took me 4 years to get it. But
So you did go you went at the same title multiple times?
Yes.
I mean, that's dedication though.
4 years straight. I told myself that I was going
dedication.
to get that crown.
To be honest though, that in my eyes, that makes winning the crown so much more. That, you know, you actually put in the work for it. And two, that just it shows your worth. It shows
And I
your
didn't have
hard
a
work
sob
down.
story to win it either. It was like, here, I want to win this.
Yeah.
And it's no shade to nobody's sob story, but I didn't have one to win my crown.
Do you see any other pageants in the future? Do you see yourself
Yes.
in the pageant itch?
This year, no. But in the future, yes.
I mean, taking some time. Is there a specific one?
Yes.
We don't want to mention it.
No.
It's okay. I'm the same way.
I have two that I'm going to win. And I could have won them this year, but I think my focus needs to be living in the moment of what I have going on now. Because like you mentioned earlier, I literally just moved. I'm not finna make a pageant my priority when I know that's a priority itself.
Yeah. And I mean, pageants are a lot of money, a lot of time.
Especially when you spend your own. A lot of girls don't.
Are you competitive though?
No.
Interesting.
When it comes to me and my partner, yes. Only because sometimes I be wanting to win and I want him to let me win and he don't. But then sometimes he do let me win. But I don't want him not to let me win. It's just
What about some kids in the future?
Bio or drag?
Either? You feel like mixing the spoon? You feel like
I have one drag child.
You have a
I
drag
have
child?
1.5 drag child.
Wait, they were split down the middle, or which side did you get? The left or the right?
So, the one that I claimed, Jada the Center.
Oh, I love Jada. Okay.
Yeah, you need to get her on here if you love her so much.
That's actually, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, you heard that. And then Obsidia. Like her name was like the same as mine. She was like OGT. I was like, oh my god. Then she no longer does drag, so I say half child.
What about actual children?
Biological, yes. Now, no. But
I'm supposed to say, don't your life, not now.
At 30 though, I want to be married. But 30 to 35, that's when I want us to start like having like biological kids.
I love how you have it planned out.
Yeah, I hope it goes as planned, but
Do you see yourself with these kids and your husband, you know, transferring out of the good old
we're getting
state
the
of
from here
ASAP?
in 2 years.
Okay.
Him and I do want us. I want to finish my degree. I really do. On a serious note, even though you don't need a degree, but having that staple though, it's like, girl, I went to school, and graduated.
I mean, sometimes it's just like a mental like compass thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like like you were saying with the pageant, like you four times was a charm, but you put your mother.
I told myself I was not giving up, and had I hadn't won it,
And I mean, you put as much time in the pageant as you're doing in college. But before we close out this main segment and get into something more quirkier and fun, I have got to ask, who the is Vanity Lachey and Cam Cam?
Well, Cam Cam is my used to be sibling, but on to Vanity, I love her down boots. I would literally give her Not my kidney, but somebody else's kidney. I love her boots. She's a phenomenal person, human being. She works too much, but her bills stay paid. So, you know, do what you gotta do, girl. But what did I say to you?
About what?
We were in the dressing room.
About Vanity?
Huh?
Oh. Yeah, Olivia.
I was like, I bet everybody who was black you had on the show has bbeen late. And what was your answer?
Vanity was the latest. I love her though.
And I was the earliest, right? Girl, it don't
Actually,
matter. Yeah, I was.
Diamond was.
Who?
Diamond Swisher. Vanity, whenever we were filming, recommended you because, you know, for some reason.
And why not? I'm her.
You're her?
Yeah.
Oh, like
you heard Megan? I'm her H-E-R.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
What's the one about the snake too? Is that never mind.
Sajay.
She recommended you, and I mean, like I said, I've seen you quite a few times perform. I remember coming to Icon and seeing you. I think we took shots together one time at Icon.
Did I get them for us?
No.
Oh.
I think you should though. I remember you did Super Race by Nicki Minaj, and your presence was immediately like radiating. So I was like throwing money at you. It was ones, but you know.
You saw that?
No.
You were mesmerized by me on stage. Didn't I tell you that earlier?
I think I was drunk, but speaking of dumb shit, we're about to make this shit dumb with a segment I like to call "Oh, Dumb and Quick." Oh,
don't fuck with me. What you got now?
Oh. You'll have 6 questions with 9 seconds to answer each question. If you don't answer the question within the allotted time, an embarrassing photo will appear on the screen of you.
I thought you did something.
After
let me tell you something.
The photo that I picked is very embarrassing, so I would. Are you ready? All right. 9 seconds on the clock.
Let me see that.
Number 1. Sweet or sour?
Sweet.
Yeah. Sour hurts sometimes. It's like sucking a dick, you know? It just hurts.
I like sour to sweet.
I think we're talking about 2 good. Anyways, number 2, favorite Red Bull flavor?
The regular one.
Really? I'm an OG girl too, but I do like the white coconut.
No, I had that one, and that one is so good.
It is.
And I
hate coconut too.
That's I like all of them, but yeah. I have to get the regular one because that's what all of it started.
The best one though is the big regular one, like the huge regular one.
You're gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah, from heart attack, because you're gonna drink. It already ain't good for.
Number 3, Tuscaloosa or Birmingham?
Tuscaloosa.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, one street. I mean, everything on one street. Number 4, what is the capital of Alabama?
I ain't no dumb bitch. I think it's. I know it's Montgomery.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. There was a little pause there. Woo! I forgot about this question. Number 5, Kim or
Vanity.
Number 6, alcohol of choice.
Tequila.
Ew.
Yeah. It also makes me want to have sex, but tequila.
And lastly, where can they follow you?
Where they follow me? My Instagram is Olivia Giselle World. Facebook is Olivia Giselle. TikTok, Olivia Giselle World.
Thank you so much for being on the channel. Genuinely, ever since Vanity's been on here, I wanted to have you because not only did she recommend you and put a gun in my head, but also, you know, I've seen you perform quite a few times as mentioned, and always you're a seductee, a seducer.
What's your form of drag?
What do you mean?
No, but thank you for having me.
Of course.
I felt, really nice being here, even though my stuff is going. But other than that, you have.
I would give you another one, but don't want hearts to explode. Ain't trying to kill people.
You have been a great host. Yeah, I really enjoyed myself.
Glad to hear. I remember you had messaged me, and even the things you were like, the excitement you were sharing, I was like, I feel so special. I feel like I'm changing the.
You've been blessed.
Right, super bass. I remember that. Anyways, but once again, thank you so much for coming. I cannot wait to do an actual show with you soon. Hopefully.
Well, I thought we about to hit it out. I'm over here doing.
You can follow me on all of my socials at The Only Preferred. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for a brand new video every single Sunday with a brand new The Preferred Few every second Sunday of the month.
Yeah.
Which is including, of course, episode 15 with Olivia Giselle. Slide. Until next time, stay queer, stay preferred, and always stay sweet like candy. You too!